And look at that. This is the first problem. Okay, if tan x is equal to minus 5 by 12, if x lies in the second quadrant, then find other 5 trigonometry functions. Okay, right. Solution, the tan x is equal to minus 5 by 2 is given. So if tan x is minus 5 by 12, what about your cot x? Your cot x is the reciprocal of this tan x. The reciprocal of the tan x, that is your cot x. Reciprocal means this 5 by 12 becomes 12 by 5 minus as it is there. Okay, if tan is negative, then automatically your cot is also negative because of the reciprocal function. If tan is positive, automatically the reciprocal function is also positive only. Okay, so therefore there is no change in positive and negative, but here we have to change the values because of reciprocal, right? And I'm going to find out 4 more trigonometry functions. For that I'm using this identity because we know tan x value. Based on this, I'm going to find out my secant square x. I hope that you all are seeing my video. Okay. So 1 plus tan square is equal to secant square. This 1 plus, this is minus 5 by 12. That is given tan x. Okay, minus 5 by 12 the whole square. This is 25 by 144. Cross multiply 169 by 144. That is your secant square. But secant x is equal to plus or minus 13 by 12. But your secant x, sin x, cosecant x only. X lies in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, your sin x, cosecant x only positive in the second quadrant. Okay, what about your secant x, which implies, okay, so which implies your secant x is negative only, minus 13 by 12. Okay, right. If secant x is, here it is secant x. This is secant x. Secant x equal to minus 13 by 12. Right. What about your cos x? Cos x is the reciprocal of secant x. Your cos x is equal to my cos x is equal to minus 12 by 13. Okay. Right. So now come to that. This is your tan x. This is given. This is your cot x. This is your secant x. Right. This is your cos x. Now find sin x and cosecant x. How to find out sin x? Okay. Your sin x is sin square x. I'm going to find out sin x. What is the formula for sin square x? Sin square plus cos square is equal to 1. We got one formula. I'm going to apply that formula. So therefore, I will get sin square is equal to 1 minus cos square. 1 minus cos square. What is your cos? Minus 12 by 13. The whole square. Okay, so therefore, this is 1 minus. This is 144 by 169. Your minus becomes plus. Okay, this is this is 169. Okay, because 12 square by 13 square, right? So now take a cross multiplication. This is 169 minus 144, that is 25 by 169, right? So this is your sin square x. But I want only sin x. What is your sin x? Your sin x is equal to plus or minus 5 divided by 13. Okay, but look at that. This is 5 divided by 13. Okay, but look at that. Your sin x is in the second quadrant. Your x lies in the angle lies in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, your sin is plus. So therefore, omit the minus value. So therefore, your sin value is 5 by 13, right? So which implies so this is equal to your sin x is plus or minus 5 by 13, which implies your sin is positive in the second quadrant. Therefore, your sin x is equal to plus 5 by 13 only. Right. If sin x is 5 by 13 means what about your cosecant x? Your cosecant x is nothing but the reciprocal of sin x. Okay, reciprocal of sin x is 13 by 5. So therefore your cosecant x is 13 by 5. Okay, so therefore these are the 6 trigonometry functions. So the same type of problem also we have discussed in previous classes. So therefore your sin x is equal to 5 by 13, which implies my cosecant x is equal to 13 by 5. Okay, right. Now come to the other problems. Find the value of question number 1. Find the value of sin 765 degree. Sin 765. How to find out the value of sin 765? Now look at that. Suppose this is your 45 degree. Okay, right. Now look at that. So suppose if you take like this is totally 360 degree. Okay, if you take another revolution, right, this will become 720. 360 plus 360, that is 720. Okay, and 720 plus 45. Okay, your 720 plus 45, that is your 765. Are you okay? So therefore the angle is, I am completing one total revolution. What is revolution? One complete rotation. What is rotation? Rotation is nothing but angle. The amount of rotation is nothing but angle. Okay. So therefore this one complete rotation is 360 degree. Why I am considering 360? So why can't we, I am going for 5 radians? Because here degree is given. Since degree is given, I am dealing about the degree. So one complete revolution is 360. Another complete revolution is another 360. That means 360 plus 360. Okay, 360 plus 360 plus 45. Okay, so that is your 765. Okay, so therefore this is 45 degrees. So therefore your 45 and 765 both are same. We are going to prove that in some method. That is sin 720 plus 45. I am writing like that. 720 plus 45. Okay, this sin 720 is nothing but, we know that sine of, I have already told that sine of 2n pi plus x. Please note that sine of 2n plus pi x is sin x. Okay, similarly cos of 2n pi plus x, that is also cos x. Okay, so therefore this is cos x. Okay, right. So this is nothing but 2 pi means that is 360. Okay, this is actually 4 pi. Your 722 pi means, okay, so that is 360. Okay, and 4 pi means that is 720. Okay, and 45 degree pi by 4 means that is 45. So I'm going to apply everything here. So therefore sine of, I'm going to apply sine of 720. What is my 720? 720 is nothing but 4 pi plus pi by 4. Okay, now use this formula. Sine of 2n pi plus x is sine x. Okay, so this is your 2n pi. Sine of 2n pi plus pi by 4 is sine pi by 4. So therefore, this is sine of pi by 4. What is sine pi by 4? That is 45 degree. What is sine 45 degree? So the answer is 1 by root 2. So therefore, sine 765 is 1 by root 2. Okay. Please note that. We will go to the next problem. Yeah, some students are sending some answers. Yeah, very good. Okay. So look at that. Some students are asking 18th slide. This is a very simple problem only. We have discussed many problems, two more problems in our last class. It's a very simple problem. Right. Now look at that. Here, some students are having some doubts. So sine of 2n pi plus x is sine x, cos of 2n pi plus x is cos x. Okay, you please note that the formula, your sine of 2n pi plus x x sine x. Okay, your cos of 2n pi plus x is equal to cos x. Okay, you please note that your cosecant of 2n pi, your cosecant of 2n pi plus x. Okay, is equal to cosecant x. Your secant of 2n pi plus x is equal to secant x. Okay, your tan of, look at that, your tan of n pi plus x is tan x. Okay, your cot of n pi, cot of n pi plus x is equal to cot x. Okay, please note that here this is 2n pi. Okay, so here this is also 2n pi, this is also 2n pi, this is also 2n pi, but here it is only n pi because your tan x, look at the tan x curve. Your tan x curve is coming like that. See the graph of the curve, tan x curve. It is coming like that. Okay, so therefore here it is minus pi, here it is plus pi. Sorry, here it is minus pi by 2, here it is plus pi by 2. Okay, so this is your tan x, right? So the same tan x value repeating for another pi values. So look at the length of this value. Here also pi by 2, here also pi by 2. Totally this length is pi. Totally this length is pi. Okay, so for every pi value, for every interval of length pi, again we are getting the same tan x value. So therefore the another tan x curve is coming, the next tan x curve is coming like that. Okay, so this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2. Okay, so therefore look at that. This length of interval is pi. This length is also pi. Pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. This length is pi. So therefore, every interval of length pi, we are getting the same tan x value. That means repeating the value. Okay, tan x values are repeating for every interval of length pi. Okay, so therefore, tan n pi plus x is again we will get tan x. Your n may be any integer, 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever it is, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, your n belongs to z only, right? So cot x is the reciprocal of this function. So therefore, that is also repeating for every interval of length pi. Okay, but your sin x, cos x, cosecant x, secant x, everything repeating for the length of 2 pi only. Interval of length 2 pi only. Now look at that. This is 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi. This is 1 sin x. This is 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi. Okay, so look at that. This length is 0 to 2 pi. Length is 2 pi. The length of this interval is 2 pi. So for every 2 pi length, again the values are repeating. Now look at that, the same value, same curve, same value repeating here from 2 pi to another 2 pi. That is 4 pi. This is 3 pi, this is 4 pi. Okay, so therefore, so sin x, cos x are repeating their values for every interval of length 2 pi. Cosecant x, secant x both are reciprocal functions of sine and cos. So therefore, that values are repeating for every interval of length 2 pi. But tan x is repeating their values. Tan x here the same value I am getting here. Okay. So the same value. This is length to pi. Here also length is pi. For every interval of length pi, the values are repeating. So therefore, these are the results. These are the known results. We have to use these results. We don't no need to go for the proof of these results. Okay, because we are going to discuss about some more identities also. Okay, so therefore this is tan n pi plus x is tan x, cot n pi plus x is cot x. Okay, please try to understand this. Okay, so now the 1 by root 2, this is the value of this one. Right, now come to the next one, second problem. Find the value of the second problem. Sine of 2 pi minus x is minus x, minus sin x. Okay, some students having some doubts, I will tell that. Sine of 2n pi minus x is minus sin x. Please note that. Okay, right. Why, sir? You are telling that 2n plus pi. Okay, if you are, this is, if sine 2n pi means that one completes rotation. Okay, but if you are reducing something means that minus x. Okay, that means it belongs to the fourth quadrant. So therefore, in fourth quadrant, this is minus, therefore minus sin x. If this is minus sin x, your cosecant x is also minus cosecant x. Cosecant of 2 pi minus x, 2n pi minus x. Okay, so that is minus cosecant x. Please note this. Okay, what about cos? Where cos is cos of 2n pi minus x is that is cos x only. Because 2 pi means, look at that, your 2 pi means it is completing here, one complete revolution. Okay, it is finishing here, right? This is 2 pi minus some angle. Minus some angle means it is come to like that. here 2 pi minus of some angle, right? So therefore, this is belongs to fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, your cos x is positive only. Okay, if cos x is positive, your secant x is the reciprocal function, that is also positive. So therefore, secant of 2n pi minus x is equal to secant x only. Okay, right. Here we'll get minus tan x. Your tan of n pi minus x minus tan x. Cot of n pi minus x. Cot of n pi minus x is minus cot x. Okay, you please note all these things. Wherever you want, you use these results. You, if this is true for every n. Okay, n belongs to z. If your z is positive or negative. Okay, if this your n is positive or negative. If it is positive means you will get 2n pi is positive. If it is negative means you will get 2n pi is negative. So for every n, this is a result. If n is a positive or negative, that means your 2n pi is positive or 2n pi minus negative. So these are the results. This is true. The entire this slide. Okay, your n is z only, belongs to z, integers. That means if your 2n pi is positive or negative, okay, these are the results. Please take that. We will go to the next problem. Yeah, take the next problem. We are doing problems using this formula only. What about find the value of cosecant minus 1410 degree. Okay, find the value of this. How to find out the value of this? You please note this value also. Your sine of minus x is minus sin x. This is, we have already proved that. You please see that. Okay, since sine of minus x is minus sin x, your cosecant of minus x, okay, is also minus cosecant x because it is a reciprocal function only. Your sign is not changed. Only taking the reciprocal, sign never change. Okay, so sine of minus x is minus sin x. Your cosecant of minus x is also minus sin x. This is true for the same similar case we can discuss for all other trigonometric functions also. So therefore, your cosecant of minus 1410 can be written as minus cosecant of 1410. Okay, right. This 1410 can be written as, right. So I have already told that 360 is the one revolution, that is 2 pi. Okay, 720 is the another revolution. Okay, this is 4 pi, right. So 720 into 720, 720 plus 720, 2 times of 720. Okay, so that is 1440. So this is 8 pi. This is 4 pi multiplied by 2 means 8 pi. Here multiply by 2, 1440. But I need 1410 only. So therefore, I am going to apply that cosecant. So I'm going to apply that cosecant 1410 degree can be written as 1440 minus 30. Okay. Now convert into per radian minus cosecant x minus cosecant of this 1440 is nothing but 8 pi. Okay, minus this 30 can be written as pi by 6. Why sir you are writing in radian? Because we have taken formula is also in radian. Okay, here we have taken formula is also in radian, 2n pi, 2n pi, 2 pi, like that. Okay, so therefore I'm converting everything into radian. Now I'm going to apply the formula. What is the formula here? Cosecant 2n pi, cosecant some 2 pi or 4 pi or 6 pi, 8 pi plus x is equal to cosecant x only. But cosecant of 2n pi minus x is minus cosecant x. So therefore here 2n pi minus x. So therefore already one minus is there. Again I will get another minus cosecant, okay, this pi by 6. Cosecant x minus cosecant x. You please try to understand. I'm applying the formula. So, and this is minus into minus plus cosecant pi by 6. What is my cosecant pi by 6 value? Cosecant pi by 6 means first of all find the secant pi by 6 value. Sorry, sine pi by 6 value. What about your sine pi by 6 value? The sine pi by 6 is 1 by 2. Cosecant pi by 6 is 2 only. Okay, so please try to understand. Here sine pi by 6. Sine pi by 6 means sine 30 degree. Okay, so sine 30 is 1 by 2, right? So cosecant pi by 6 is reciprocal of this because reciprocal function, your cosecant x is a reciprocal function. So therefore cosecant pi by 6 is the reciprocal of this 1 by 2. So therefore reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2. So therefore the answer is 2. Okay, please note that we will go for the next problem. So we are finding the real number only. This is the angle. So dear students, look at that. This is the angle. The cosecant of this angle is only a real number only. This is real number. This is not an angle. Okay. But here you can find out. Uh, since why I am interchanging everything into radian, because I already gave formula in radian mode, 2n pi, 2n like that. So therefore I am going to interchanging this and applying the formula and simplifying, and I am getting 2. So here itself I am using degree only. I'm going to find out the values, sir. No problem. You can proceed and find the answer. You will get the same answer only. Nothing wrong. No need to change radian. It is not a compulsory one. Yeah, look at that. This is not a sin x, this is cosecant x. Okay. This is sine of minus x is minus sin x. This is cosecant of minus x is minus cosecant x only, not sin x. Yes, your 2n pi. So once again, you please take the next problem. Try to solve the next problem. I just read the question. You please take the next problem. Find the value of tan of 19 pi by 3. 19, 1 9. 19 pi by 3. Find the value of 19 pi by 3. Find the value of 19 pi by 3. Yeah, please try to find the answer for tan 19 pi by 3. The tan 19 pi by 3 can be written as, that is 19 times of pi by 3. Okay, you can take it as 18 times of pi by 3 plus pi by 3. That is 19 times of pi by 3 can be written as 18 times of pi by 3 plus pi by 3, where 18 times of pi by 3, 18 pi by 3 is nothing but 6 pi. 6 pi plus pi by 3. Okay, so therefore, we know that tan of n pi plus pi by 3 is tan of n pi plus x is tan x only. So therefore, here tan of 6 pi plus pi by 3 is tan pi by 3. What is pi by 3? Pi by 3 means 60 degree. What is tan 60 value? That is root 3. Your tan 60 value is root 3. Your tan 60 value is root 3. Okay, your tan of pi by 3 is root 3 only, right? Yeah, please take the next one. Sine of minus 11 pi by 3. Sine of minus 11 pi by 3. Sine of minus 11 pi by 3. So first take it as sine of minus 11 pi by 3. Sine of minus x, what is the answer? You see the formula, slide number 22, I gave one formula, sine of minus x is minus sine x. Okay, what is sine of minus x is? That is minus sine x. Therefore, sine of minus 11 pi by 3 can be written as, look at that, use this formula, sine of minus x is minus sine x. Sine of minus 11 pi by 3 can be written as minus sine of 11 pi by 3. You take it minus outside. Sine of 11 pi by 3 minus sine of 11 pi by 3. Okay, so sine of minus 11 pi by 3 is nothing but minus sine of 11 pi by 3. Your 11 pi by 3 can be written as 12 pi by 3 minus pi by 3. Why, sir? I'm going to write that given term in the form of sine of 2n pi plus x. Then only I will apply the formula. Sir, இது தெரியுதா? தெரியுதா எனக்கு தெரியுதா? Ramesh at inform arrange. Okay, look at that. The question is sine of minus 11 pi by 3 is equal to minus sine of 12 pi by 3 minus pi by 3. Your 12 pi by 3 can be written as 4 pi minus pi by 3. Now only I have told that sine of 2n pi minus pi by 3 is minus sine pi by 3. Sine of 2n pi x can be written as minus sine x. Not minus pi by, you take it as minus outside. Okay, first take it as minus outside. That is very simple for you. Okay, first take it minus outside. Now are you able to see the slide number 20? So look at that, the value of sine of minus 11 pi by 3. Okay, this can be written as, yeah, thank you. So this is, you take it as this formula. Sine of minus x is minus sine x. First of all, apply this formula, then only, and then proceed, you can easily find the answer. This is minus sine of 11 pi by 3. Okay, so therefore this can be written as minus sine of, this 11 pi by 3 can be written as 12 pi by 3 minus pi by 3. Why sir you are writing like this? Because I have formula for 2n pi plus x, that is sine x. Okay, this is sine of 2n pi minus x. Okay, so this is minus sine x. I have formula for like this only. So therefore I am going to write in this form of 2n pi. So therefore I am taking as this is 12 pi by 3. After cancelling this, I will get 4 pi. So therefore minus sine of 4 pi minus pi by 3. Okay, so therefore this is minus sine of pi by 3 by this formula. 2n pi minus x is minus sine x. So therefore sine of 4 pi minus pi by 3 is minus sine pi by 3. This is minus into minus plus sine pi by 3. What is sine pi by 3? That is 60 degree. That 60 degree is root 3 by 2. Okay. So tan 19 pi by 3, now only I am writing. So this question previously I gave to you 19 pi by 3. Okay, this is another question. Find the value of tan 19 pi by 3. So many students completed this problem. So those who are not completed, please take it. Your tan 19 pi by 3 can be written as, that is 18 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. Okay, so therefore this is tan of, okay, 18 pi by 3 means what is the answer? This is 6 pi plus pi by 3. Okay, now what is the formula? Tan of n pi plus x is equal to tan x. Okay, So therefore, this is taken as n pi. Okay, this is tan of n pi plus x is x only. So therefore, tan of pi by 3. What is tan 60 value? That is root 3. Okay, please take that. Okay, now come to that next. So trigonometric functions of sum and difference of two angles. Trigonometric functions of sum and difference of angles. Okay, right. In this section, we are going to discuss about some identities. Okay. So the first identity is sine of minus x. What is sine of minus x? Just now we have discussed sine of minus x is minus sine x. Okay, right. Second identity is cos of minus x. What is cos of minus x? This is cos x only. Okay, third one, cos of x plus y is equal to cos x, cos y minus sin x, sin y. This is the identity. So these two proof are already given. Okay, sine of minus x is minus sin x, cos of minus x is cos x. Okay, and the third one is cos of x plus y is equal to cos x, cos y minus sin x, sin y. Right. So how to prove the third one? The third one is so look at that. I am going to take some points. Suppose this point P1. Suppose I am taking point P1 means actually what is the point? Any point on the unit circle is denoted as P of A comma B. Look at that. This is we have already discussed. If you take any point P, that is P of A comma B. Okay. Right. So therefore, this is point P of A comma B. So then this A is nothing but your cos x. Okay, B is nothing but your sin x. This is we have already proved that in our first section of this chapter. So therefore, your cos x is equal to A. Your sin x is equal to B. This is we have already discussed. Okay. So therefore, if you take a point P here, if this is your x, x is the angle. Okay, so then this is your cos x, this is your sin x. Are you okay? You please try to understand. So this is your cos x, this is your sin x, right? Suppose I am taking another point P, P2. Okay, suppose P2 is maybe here. Right, this angle is Y. You please take the diagram. This angle is Y. So therefore, this point is cos of x plus y, because this angle is x, this angle is y, the entire angle. Okay, so don't take it as cos y, because this is your initial side. So this cos of x plus y, this is represent from the initial side. This is your initial side to the angle. Okay, cos of x plus y and sine of x plus y. This is P2. Okay, suppose I am taking some P3. Right, some P3, I maybe take it here, P3. Right, suppose my P is like that. So I am taking P3 is, this is minus y, the same angle. What about the angle of here? I am taking that negative angle, same angle, take it in negative direction. So when I am taking to the negative direction, so therefore this is take it as cos of minus y, because I am taking the minus angle from the initial side, I am taking the minus direction. So therefore this x coordinate is my cos of minus y coordinate is sine of minus y. Okay, I am taking another point P4. Right. P4 means what is that? Initial side is also say same OA. Terminal side is also same OA. That means your angle is 0. Cos 0 is 1. Okay, sine 0 is 0. Actually, this is also the cos of the angle. What is the angle? Angle is 0 because your initial side is the OA. This is origin. OA, terminal side is also OA. The angle is 0. So therefore, this is nothing but cos 0, comma, sine 0. There are 4 points. Okay, so now consider this. P2 and P3. This is a triangle. P2 and P3 is a triangle. Okay, similarly, this P2, P4, this is also a triangle. Okay, you please try to understand this. I'm joining this P1 and P3. Okay, P2 and P4, straight line. Okay, I'm getting two triangles. What are that? This is origin. O P1, P3 and O P2, P4. Right? So therefore, these two triangles are congruent. Why? Because here these are the sides. These two sides are equal because radius. This is also radius, this is also radius. Similarly, here look at that. In this also, this is radius, this is radius, this is radius. OP3 is radius, OP1 is radius. Here OP2, OP4 is radius, both are radius. That means equal. The sides are equal. Okay, and look at that. This angle, here the angle is, here this angle is y. Here the same angle we are getting, that is also y. Okay, but this angle is a common angle. This angle between this P2 and P3 is the common angle for both the triangles. This angle is common for both the triangles. Okay, so therefore this total angle and this total angle, angles are same, that are in negative direction, no problem. That amount of angle is same. Okay, so therefore, so where two sides are equal, side angle by the property of SSA, two sides are equal and one angle also equal. So therefore that SSA, so these two triangles, what are that? OP1, P3 and OP2, P4, these two triangles are congruent. Congruent means this distance, that means P1, P3 and P2, P4 both are equal. The other side is also equal. Okay, please try to understand your P1, P3, P2, P4 is also equal. So that is a conclusion. Your P1, P3 equal to your P to P4. This is equal because of congruent. Based on this, you can easily prove this result. Okay, so that is we'll discuss in your next class. Okay, because time is almost 4:30, right? Yes, I am trying to prove this formula. Sin cos of x plus y equal to cos x plus cos y, cos x into cos y minus sin x into sin y. So this is the idea. You please note this idea. Using this idea only, we are going to prove this formula. Your cos of some of the students are thinking about that. Your cos of x plus y is cos x plus cos y. No, the cos of x plus y is not equal to cos x plus cos y. This is not correct. This is not always equal. This is a formula. We are going to prove that. Okay. So we'll prove in the next class. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Twenty-one, nothing is there. Okay. 21 slide, nothing is there.